Sometimes you make a video just to make a video. I have a goal, one video every morning for 2 weeks. I've got some things coming up that might interfere with that. I've got a bigger video project that I want to do, but this morning it all felt like it was weighing down on me. So I put it all to the side for better or worse, and I focused on one thing, my goal, which is to make a video every morning for 2 weeks. Now, nothing about that goal says they have to be good videos or have any content or anything like that. There just has to be videos. And the goal is to be about 4 minutes long because that's what the Vlogbrothers do, and I find that it's about long enough to be interesting, but not so long I get bored. And since I am pretty much the only person viewing these videos, my first one had 5 views, which surprised me because I am not 5 people. But the only person I'm making these videos for right now is for me. It's a way to practice, it's a way to develop habits for future videos, it's a way to learn skills. And I've also found that having one thing to complete in the morning has put me in a good place for the rest of the day. Even though it sometimes takes a lot of effort. For instance, today I just spent about 3.5 hours on the couch watching YouTube because I didn't want to start anything. And that happens a lot to me. A friend of mine called it getting stuck, and I just sort of co-opted that. I get stuck sometimes. I get stuck in YouTube, I get stuck in bed, I've gotten stuck in the shower before. Getting stuck is just one of the things that happens to me. Modern life makes it really easy to get stuck with the attention economy is what I've heard people call it, with all these different apps and programs and algorithms vying for our attention because our attention is money. Attention is money because if they have our attention, they can put ads in front of us and then they make money, and some of it goes to the creators we like and some of it goes to the corporations we really dislike. But for better or worse, that's modern life right now. I'm on a bit of a tangent, but the point is, with all these things vying for our attention, it's really easy to get stuck somewhere just giving your attention over and over and over to the same thing. Or two things, for that matter. For me, it's the biggest are going to be Reddit and YouTube if I'm not gaming, and I don't classify gaming as getting stuck. I actively enjoy it, it's something I actively do, I have a community there that I like to interact with. Speaking of gaming, I think I have a couple more minutes left on this video, so one thing that occurred to me to talk about would be my experience with the new areas in Final Fantasy XIV. I haven't mentioned it yet, but Final Fantasy XIV right now is my game, the game that I play. I occasionally play Factorio when I feel burnt out or don't have anything to do in Final Fantasy XIV, but then I stop playing Factorio and I go back to Final Fantasy XIV because I miss it. What do I miss about it? Well, everything. I've got friends there. There's tons of things to do. I've heard people describe it as a theme park MMO, which I love. That makes it sound so fun. And it is fun. I have a lot of fun playing it, especially in these new zones. I'm talking specifically about the Bosnian Southern Front, Delubum Reginae, and Zadnor, the 3 new instances or instance content introduced in the Save the Queen saga, which is the relic weapon progression in Shadowbringers. I really like these zones. I'm having a lot of fun there. I recently earned the Emblazoned title in Zadnor, which is a long time commitment. I'm not sure I'd recommend it to anyone who's not already very invested in Zadnor. But right now I'm a little burnt out, and I don't think that's a problem. Zadnor is not the game. It's just a piece of the game. There's a bunch of other things to do. The other day I spent 2 hours making coffee biscuits. And if you craft or gather, you probably know why I was doing that. Anyways, this video is about as long as I need it to be, or I suspect so. I'll never really know until I get to editing it, but thank you very much for watching. I made a video to make a video, and that's another step closer to my goal. Thank you again, and I'll see you tomorrow morning.